Actually saw fans here who told me, this was actually very touching. Coming out of the hotel yesterday, they were like, oh, I had tickets to go see you. And
Jennifer Lopez, who had one of the most publicized romances with Sean Diddy Combs in the late 1990s and early 2000s, is now coming back to haunt her, as prosecutors ask her to testify against Diddy in a case involving a nightclub shooting. How will Jennifer handle the situation? Could she face jail time for her role in the high-profile incident? Stay tuned to find out what happens. And now, let's go back a little bit. We need to learn about this love story to find more important related details. The relationship between Jennifer Lopez and Sean Diddy Combs, which lasted from 1999 to 2001, always attracted public attention, becoming one of the most famous love stories of the time. The couple often appeared together at major events and on the covers of magazines, making them pop culture icons. However, their relationship was not only romantic, but also full of endless arguments. One of the shocking events during their relationship was the shooting at a nightclub in 1999, when Diddy and Lopez were present. Although Lopez was not involved in the incident put an end to their relationship, and the couple broke up in 2001. This scandal not only affected the image of Diddy and Lopez, but also sparked long-lasting arguments. Diddy is currently facing a major legal scandal that could impact his long-term career. Recent raids on his properties in California and Miami have caused a stir. Authorities have yet to release many details. This has left the public and legal experts questioning the seriousness of the investigation and Diddy's role in it. Following the raids on Diddy's estate, he also faced a series of civil lawsuits, most notably one filed by his ex-girlfriend Cassandra Cassie Ventura, filed under New York's Adult Survivors Act. The lawsuit alleges Diddy committed serious misconduct during their time together. The law allows victims to file claims regardless of when the incidents occurred, opening the legal door for Cassie to seek justice. In the lawsuit, Cassie accused Diddy of manipulating and abusing her for years, forcing her to participate in frightening and dangerous situations. Adding to the severity of the allegations, the lawsuit sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, raising questions about what secrets could be exposed. These allegations not only affect Diddy, but also concern his associates. Cassie's mention of secret recordings has created a wave of confusion, as people who have interacted with Diddy may have also been inadvertently recorded in complicated situations. While the recordings may not result in criminal charges, they still have the potential to cause significant damage to the reputations of those involved. The allegations have already affected Diddy's career, with major brands distancing themselves from him. Despite no criminal charges being filed, civil lawsuits remain a major threat to Diddy's image and business ventures. His legal team is working to keep him out of criminal court, but other lawsuits are likely to continue, signaling a long line of legal troubles ahead. In addition, Jennifer Lopez, who was romantically involved with Diddy during the 1999 nightclub shooting, may be called to testify. Although their relationship ended long ago, the violent events and legal troubles that surrounded their time together may be relevant to the current investigations. While Lopez has successfully built her career and empire, becoming a global star, her past with Diddy is likely to remain a part of her life. Given the magnitude of the allegations against Diddy, Jennifer Lopez's testimony, some experts say, could shed more light on his character and behavior while they were together. But it's also possible that Lopez, who is married to actor Ben Affleck, will keep her distance and not get involved. The relationship between Lopez and Diddy, once a pop culture icon, now serves as a reminder of the complicated, even dark, aspect of Diddy's life. Whether Lopez takes legal action or not, the public will be reminded that the glamorous facade of showbiz often masks complex realities. For Diddy, those realities are now front and center, and his relationship with Lopez is just one part of a much larger picture. The lawsuits are rocking the public as more allegations come to light. A new lawsuit filed by an individual named Lyle Rod reveals more surprising allegations. It follows a series of other complaints, including one filed under New York's Adult Survivors Act, which allows survivors to file civil lawsuits without facing a statute of limitations. Diddy's legal troubles have become increasingly complex, And while some may view them as a money-making ploy, others see them as an opportunity to expose the dark side of his career and relationships. Notable among the lawsuits is a lawsuit filed by Joy Dickerson Neal, in which she alleges that in 1991, Diddy gave her a narcotic and engaged in inappropriate behavior. Joy, then a student at Syracuse University, also said Diddy recorded the incident and shared the video with several people in the music industry. Diddy's legal team has dismissed the serious allegations as an attempt to profit. The lawsuit, though filed years ago, has gained traction thanks to the Adult Survivors Act, which gives survivors legal recourse regardless of when the event occurred. Joy's lawsuit is a reminder that past actions, even years in the past, can have serious consequences. Another lawsuit that has garnered particular attention is Lil Rod's, which spans nearly 100 pages and includes Diddy and several other celebrities. With its explosive allegations, the case is being heralded as one of the most extreme civil lawsuits in recent memory, raising many questions and having far-reaching implications for not only Diddy, but everyone involved. Diddy is accused of engaging in several harmful acts against Lil Rod, and the case also includes several other celebrities, including Cuba Gooding Jr., Prince Harry, and Jennifer Lopez. While Prince Harry and Lopez are not accused of any wrongdoing, their names appearing in the lawsuit highlight the breadth of Diddy's relationship. The mention of Cuba Gooding Jr., in particular, is more serious, as Lil Rod alleges that Diddy introduced him to Gooding Jr. at a yacht party, which led to unwanted advances. Lil Rod also claims that he had photos taken with Gooding Jr., adding further complexity to an already complicated legal situation. Specifically, the lawsuit describes that after being introduced by Diddy on the yacht, Gooding Jr. engaged in actions that Lil Rod deemed inappropriate and offensive. Despite Lil Rod's attempts to resist, Gooding Jr. allegedly continued to engage in intimate behavior until he pushed Gooding Jr. away. Lil Rod's allegations not only add to the list of legal troubles facing Diddy and Gooding Jr., but also echo Gooding Jr.'s previous run-ins with the law over inappropriate behavior. The lawsuit also highlights a darker side of the entertainment industry, where power dynamics can lead to unhealthy relationships, especially for those who are younger or less powerful and vulnerable to exploitation. The fact that Prince Harry is involved in the lawsuit, despite not being accused of any wrongdoing, shows that Diddy's influence extends to a wide range of high-profile figures. According to the documents, Diddy is known for hosting lavish parties that attract influential figures from various fields, including celebrities, athletes, politicians, and international figures. Notably, these parties have even featured members of the British royal family, such as Prince Harry. The mention of Prince Harry in the lawsuit, although not accompanied by any accusations, highlights Diddy's influence far beyond the music industry. Diddy's connection to celebrities, such as Harry, suggests that his parties are a doorway to the upper echelons of fame and power. In the lawsuit, although there is no evidence that Prince Harry is directly involved in the allegations against Diddy, the fact that his name appears here says a lot about the level of connection between these worlds of power and fame. As for Jennifer Lopez, while her name only appears briefly in Lil Rod's lawsuit, her past romantic relationship with Diddy in the late 1990s and early 2000s is now being viewed in a new light. While no charges had been filed against Lopez, her connection to Diddy during that time has led to questions about what her experiences might reveal about his character and behavior. A high-profile couple split shortly after the infamous 1999 nightclub shooting, an event that caused a stir and led to Diddy's legal troubles. Diddy allegedly directed Lopez to be at the club on the night of the incident. While Lopez has never been charged with any related crimes, her relationship with Diddy during this period has left the public curious about her role in those events. Former prosecutor Melba Pearson noted that the relationship between Diddy and Lopez was tumultuous and dramatic, drawing attention not only because of their glamour, but also because of the controversy surrounding Diddy's legal troubles. The references to Lopez in this lawsuit have raised concerns about the events that happened that night in 1999, raising questions about whether there is any information that has not been disclosed and could affect her public image. To better understand the importance of the relationship between Lopez and Diddy, we can look back to their successful journey in the late 90s. At that time, Lopez had just had a prominent role in the movie Selena, which brought her to global fame, while Diddy was one of the most influential figures in the music industry. At the same time, Jennifer Lopez was finalizing her debut album, On the Six, with Diddy, a big name in the music industry. Their working relationship quickly turned into a romantic relationship, making them one of the most prominent and widely watched couples of the late 90s. In September 1999, they made their first official appearance together as a couple at the MTV Video Music Awards, where they were both nominated, further cementing their image as Hollywood's new power couple. Their images were splashed across the media and magazines, and each of their red carpet moments was eagerly awaited by the public. One of the most memorable moments of their relationship came in February 2000 at the Grammy Awards, where Lopez wore the iconic green Versace, an outfit that became a fashion icon, and is credited with launching Google Images as millions of people searched for her in it. Walking the red carpet with Diddy, the pair set the media and public into a frenzy, symbolizing the height of their public relationship and influence at the time. The relationship between Lopez and Diddy was not just a romantic union, but also a strategic partnership, which helped raise both their profiles. Lopez was emerging as a singer and actress, while Diddy was at the peak of his career as a music producer and CEO. Together, they formed a media power couple, appearing at every major event, from awards shows to gala dinners and movie premieres. Many believe that Diddy played a major role in boosting Lopez's brand during this period. With Diddy's strong influence in the music industry and Lopez's growing fame, their partnership created a huge public attraction. Every time they appeared together, they attracted attention and were considered by the media to be one of the most iconic relationships of the late 90s. An era comes to a close. Their relationship was turbulent, despite how beautiful it seemed. Diddy and Lopez had already split up by 2001. A combination of Diddy's growing legal problems and the stresses of fame finally strained their relationship. Their relationship hit rock bottom following the 1999 nightclub shooting. Lopez continued to expand her career and eventually became a worldwide celebrity. Diddy continued to suffer mounting personal and legal difficulties despite his status as a prominent player in the music business. Their once culturally significant partnership is now only a footnote in the stories of their respective professions, given the ongoing legal actions against him. The ghost of Lopez and Diddy's connection lingers even after all this time has passed. Even though Lopez has mostly moved on from that phase of her life, her relationship with Diddy during his most contentious period is still a topic of public discussion. She's now married to actor Ben Affleck. Her name has come up in cases about the 1999 shooting, which has renewed scrutiny of their relationship. The extent to which Lopez will be involved in the ongoing legal processes with Diddy is yet unknown. At this point, her role is purely historical, but many wonder what she was up to throughout the turbulent time she spent with Diddy. A re-examination of the J-Lo and Diddy nightclub scandal. A person going by the name of Lyle Rod has revived previous accusations in court papers about the notorious nightclub shooting. The allegations revolve around Lopez reportedly bringing a gun into the club that night, which led to legal consequences for everyone involved. Lopez allegedly brought Diddy's gun to the club in her purse, and then either gave it to Diddy or another person, possibly the rapper Shine, who allegedly did what led to the shooting. Lopez, Diddy, and Shine were all apprehended on the same night of the incident. However, the outcome of the court processes was drastically different for each of them. A protracted legal struggle ensued between Diddy and Shine, in contrast to the speed with which Lopez's charges were dropped. In the end, the jury found Diddy not guilty, but Shine went to jail on counts of reckless endangerment and firearm possession. Even after considering Lyle Rod's assertions, the discrepancy in their results remains a contentious issue. Shine may feel that fresh evidence may have altered the course of his trial, even if he has already served his term. The future of Shine's legal strategy concerning these accusations is uncertain. Legal experts are eagerly watching the drama to see whether he decides to move on, or whether he decides to revive his case. An important question is what effect Diddy's purported confession to Lil Ron may have. There has been no independent verification of these accusations, but they have the potential to rekindle legal arguments around the 1999 event. Although Diddy was previously cleared in the initial trial, a proven confession can add more issues if he is already facing them. As the one who was blamed for the tragedy, Sean may have an incentive to seek justice if he thinks important evidence was disregarded. It may be difficult to contest the case at this stage due to the passage of time and the settlement of his punishment. Still, the lawsuit filed by Lil Rod has undeniably rekindled the public's curiosity about the incident, which was already infamous among celebrities at the time. Reportedly, Diddy and Lopez sped away in an SUV after the nightclub incident, blazing through many red lights as they tried to elude the cops. In the end, the two were taken into custody and accused of having weapons. The allegations against Lopez were later dropped, and she was freed from jail after spending around 12 hours there. Nevertheless, the audience is still very interested in that night and her connection to Diddy during a really low point in his life. Although Lopez's involvement in the shooting has been out of the spotlight for some time, her name has just returned due to Lil Rod's lawsuit. The reappearance of these charges has prompted concern about the possibility of fresh legal ramifications, even though she was never formally accused. Would J-Lo be subject to legal action? The legal community is in agreement that Lopez will most likely not face criminal charges because of the statute of limitations, even though these accusations are very spectacular, given that Lopez's encounter in 1999 occurred more than 25 years ago. The window opportunity for criminal prosecution has effectively closed. Lopez is unlikely to face any criminal consequences since the case does not include murder allegations, which do not have a statute of limitations. Lopez faces the greatest threat from a civil lawsuit, which is precarious at best. There are few legal options for pursuing Lopez, and legal experts believe she will likely avoid additional legal disputes related to the event. Although Lopez could avoid criminal charges, there is still a slight possibility that he could face civil claims. The burden of proof is lower in civil lawsuits than in criminal ones due to the difference in legal threshold. With so much time passing and no fresh evidence to work with, it's hard to say if anybody would have a case against her in a civil court. Civil litigation might be possible if additional information surfaces or if Lil Rod's complaint is successful. For the time being, it appears that Lopez will not face any more legal consequences. Nonetheless, the public's perception of her relationship with Diddy during this contentious period may reawaken interest in their relationship. Lopez has changed a lot, professionally and personally, since the event in 1999. While dating Diddy in the late 90s, she frequently appeared in public as Jenny from the Block, a character that she fully embraced, highlighting her proud Bronx background and active participation in the hip-hop community. It was common knowledge that she was associated with famous hip-hop musicians, and she was a regular sight at industry functions and award ceremonies like the Source Awards. Along with her then-boyfriend Diddy, who was thriving in the hip-hop industry, Lopez's reputation was more strongly associated with that realm during that period. As she embraced a character and mirrored her more challenging Bronx background, this relationship influenced her early career and public perception. The public's perception of Lopez, however, has been subtly transformed throughout the last 20 years. Lopez now showcases a brand that is more refined and adaptable. She has made a smooth transition into acting, producing, and the development of her own health and beauty line. Significant changes have also occurred in her personal life. She has now married actor Ben Affleck and cut ties with the hip-hop community. Even though Lopez occasionally makes references to her Bronx heritage, her image now is far more polished and sophisticated compared to what it was in the late 90s. Could these new claims regarding Lopez's role in the 1999 shooting hurt her reputation, considering how much she has changed in the last quarter of a century? Although this incident may generate some short-term buzz, the majority of experts agree that it will have little to no effect on her professional reputation and career advancement. More than 20 years have passed since the alleged occurrences, and Lopez has established a diverse career that sets her apart from her time spent with Diddy. Just like any other celebrity, Lopez was able to develop and adapt as a result of the public's impression of her. Lopez has changed a lot since she was Jenny from the Block. both professionally and personally. And everyone knows that people change with time. These things are happening at the perfect time for her, too. Since the shooting happened 25 years ago, most fans may view it as something from her past, rather than something that defines her current character. Her reputation probably won't be affected much, even if people start talking about her relationship with Diddy and their toxic relationship again. Lopez has hinted in interviews over the years that her relationship with Diddy was difficult, citing his domineering personality as one of the many obstacles. She may be able to handle the fallout from these resurrected accusations better if she publicly acknowledges their toxic relationship. Lopez seems capable of handling this storm, given her track record of successfully managing her brand through the ups and downs of her career. The claims have made headlines, but they won't hurt her image in the long run. Lopez has spoken openly about the challenges she faced while dating Diddy, but she has also distanced herself from that time in her life. Additionally, many of the claims that have been made recently are rehashes of previous information, rather than entirely new revelations. Many may think that Lopez has grown and changed since this scandal broke and that she has moved on. These claims are unlikely to have a major impact on her career given her history of dealing with media attention and maintaining a positive public image. Ultimately, Lopez's brand will likely not be significantly affected by the nightclub shooting, even if it continues to attract media attention, because she has been able to change and evolve throughout her career. Lopez has been successful even after she first emerged in the hip-hop industry. Lopez expected to maintain her success and fame as the buzz surrounding these events dies down. Exploring Jennifer Lopez's potential giving evidence, there are rumors that Jennifer Lopez will be called to testify in the ongoing legal proceedings against Sean Diddy Combs. She may have important information to share about what happened because of her friendship with Diddy in the 90s and zeros. Prosecutors could name her as a potential witness, according to legal experts like Melba Pearson, a former prosecutor. Her cooperation and the usefulness of her evidence will determine whether she is called to testify. Allegations of misconduct against others and Lopez's knowledge of Diddy's actions could come up if she is called to testify. How many of his interactions with other people, particularly young girls or others involved in the current lawsuit, did she observe during their time together? And what did she know about him? Lil Rod filed a lawsuit that included what appeared to be footage of Diddy engaging in illegal activities. This raises questions about how close Lopez was to these events. Was she blind to the severity of his alleged actions, or did this play a role in their split? Lopez has previously described her relationship with Diddy as angry and tumultuous in interviews. The darker aspects of their relationship were further speculated after Lopez admitted in a 2019 interview with CBS Sunday Morning that they had split amicably. Despite previous claims that Diddy exhibited domineering and abusive behavior, Lopez has never directly linked these claims to the end of their relationship. According to Pearson, women often get caught up in their boyfriends' legal problems and may even engage in illegal behavior without fully understanding the consequences. The nightclub shooting, in which Lopez allegedly carried an unlicensed handgun for Diddy, fits this pattern. Although they think what they did was completely innocent, many women in similar situations end up in prison for major criminal cases, a pattern of control and abuse in light of Cassie Ventura's more recent allegations. It's interesting to consider the 1,999 allegations that Lopez possessed an unlicensed handgun for Diddy. Mike Cassie, who sued Diddy in November, she said he ordered her to carry an unlicensed gun. The length of time these allegations have existed raises questions about how Diddy treats women and how he manipulates them. If he was coercing his lovers into doing illegal things, it could be a sign of a larger problem in his relationships. According to Pearson, Diddy is more clearly portrayed as a man who routinely endangers the women in his life, because Lopez and Cassie's allegations are consistent. Probability of legal action. While Diddy has not been formally charged with any criminal wrongdoing related to these claims, some analysts predict that charges will soon be filed against him. The federal government has investigated and conducted aggressive raids, and, as Pearson notes, federal charges are seldom filed without solid evidence. The federal government typically relies on strong evidence, such as video, audio, and supporting testimony, to build a solid case before indicting. Pearson is confident that charges will be filed against Diddy, even if the evidence-gathering process could take some time. It appears that police are building a comprehensive case, as the investigation spans other states and may involve overseas activity. Prosecutors could analyze Diddy's behavior on a global scale, similar to high-profile cases like Jeffrey Epstein. While detectives painstakingly compile evidence from several sources, the exact date of the accusations is still unknown. It is quite probable that federal investigators have already contacted Lopez or her attorney as they continue to construct their case. Lopez may have information that might be vital to the case, considering how close she was to Diddy throughout important events. The extent to which she was aware of Diddy's whereabouts and whether or not she took part in the alleged illegal acts would certainly be among the questions investigators ask. Lopez may be hesitant to testify, but her participation might be crucial in building the case against Diddy. In their search for cooperating or otherwise useful witnesses, law authorities would most likely target Diddy's close circle. Some may be too loyal or ignorant to come forward, while others may have information that would be invaluable to the prosecution's case. Diddy's impact on Lopez's career and personal life. Lopez has gone on to marry and divorce many famous people, including Chris Judd and Mark Anthony, after her romance with Diddy ended in 2001. Things have changed drastically for her when she married actor Ben Affleck. But it's undeniable that her early career public persona was heavily influenced by her connection with Diddy. Even though Lopez first came to prominence in 1997, her romance with Diddy catapulted her to even greater stardom. Their appearances together on red carpets and award events, especially Lopez's now iconic green Versace outfit at the 2000 Grammy Awards, cemented her position as a star in her own right. They were one of the most talked about couples of the late 90s. Lopez's career took a huge leap forward thanks to Diddy, who gave her more media attention and helped her brand reach new heights. Still, Lopez owes a great deal of her success to her skill and perseverance. Her acting and singing skills, not Diddy's assistance, propelled Lopez to stardom and ensured her career would survive. Lopez's association with Diddy undoubtedly helped her gain more attention at a pivotal point in her career, but it's hard to tell if she would have become as famous without his influence. Where do Diddy and Lopez go from here? Who knows what Lopez could be involved in with Diddy's legal issues when they play out in court. Lopez may provide important testimony in the continuing probe, even if she has moved on from her romance with Diddy a long time ago. Lopez may face more scrutiny on his relationship with Diddy during a pivotal time in his life as the authorities collect evidence and construct their case. Diddy is currently facing increasing legal obstacles, including the possibility of federal prosecution, and is still in detention without bail. The true extent of the case is still a mystery, despite investigators' best efforts across several states and even countries. No one knows if Lopez will be involved in these lawsuits or not, but her tarnished reputation stems from her relationship with Diddy. What do you think about the relationship between Jennifer Lopez and Diddy? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting updates. Thank you and see you in the next videos.